cinema, America has become lousy with attractive people making dick jokes, but writer-director Bobcat Goldthwait challenges that formula with the rare and beautiful God Bless America. Bobcat channels his deep-seated moral anger in his newest film and scribes that anger into a list of societal offenses we as Americans are all too familiar with. Some of the offenses are seemingly shallow, like people who high-five or people who misuse the word literally. But the root of the issue is that we are just unkind. Frank, played by Joel Murray, is fed up with all this social indecency, and without anything else to lose, decides to go on a killing spree. He starts with Chloe, one of those brats on a show akin to My Super Sweet 16. That kill was completely cathartic. She was an awful human being, he killed her, end of story. After the murder of Chloe, Frank allows Roxy, played by Tara Lynn Barr, a young but mature teenager with the same thirst for immoral blood, to join him. Roxy is clearly naive, but looks up to Frank absolutely. Their relationship is one of the most endearing things I've ever seen on screen. That may be hyperbolic, but Bobcat stayed true to their respective characters till the very end and didn't add anything for mass appeal or shock value. One of the most beautifully written pairings I've ever seen. The emotional anchor of the film was, without a doubt, Joel Murray. Murray's portrayal of the defeated, sinister, but truly good Frank is absolutely heartbreaking. He acted the shit out of this role. Frank is so strong in his conviction, yet so vulnerable and incredibly complex. Just a 2-second shot of Frank's swollen eyes and shaky lips is enough to bring me to tears right now. It is through Frank's character we discover that these murders are more than just therapeutic. His killing spree is so complex in its simplicity. He begs for a nicer world, and while his means are a bit extreme, they come from a place of kindness. He repeats the question to his later victims, why do you have to be so mean? It's a simple question that none of them could answer. I don't feel like I could possibly spoil this movie for you because it's really something that has to be experienced. This is embarrassingly out of character for me to say, but this movie changed my life. It made me ask questions about my own humanity. And if that's not the sign of a phenomenal movie, I don't know what is. God Bless America transcends the price of admission because really you owe it to yourself to see this movie.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this movie.
Yeah.
Please, take the floor.
I mean, when the movie finished, you and I, as the credits were rolling, just looked at each other, just both of tears and just hollowness and not knowing what life was anymore.
Right. Major existential crisis.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. From still having one. I saw this
Absolutely.
like a week ago.
I think about it almost daily.
Yeah. I mean, you start thinking about this movie every time you see somebody being mean to anybody else. You think. And it's funny because it's not, you know, the kind of movie it's like, you want to go, hey, mister, don't be mean.
Right.
It makes you go like, oh,
it just makes you look inside of yourself and be like, do I need to do that? Like, do I need to be that mean? And especially today, in our time of like internet and whatever, it's so easy to be mean at the less fortunate ones or the slower ones, or, you know, it's so easy. Yeah. And he's just telling you that it's, you know, it's also easy to be nice.
Right,
you
yeah,
know?
don't do, like, it's less like, don't be mean, then what's the point? Why are we here? Right. What's the point of us being here and living life on Earth if we're just going to be jerks to each other?
It was also so much more than just a lesson in kindness. It made you realize how small you are, like how insignificant this life is, and how important it is to take your life into your own hands and like do what you want to do with it, so you're not miserable and hating everything by the end of it.
But as you said, it is more than a lesson. It's also a really good, entertaining movie.
Oh my God!
It's also like just really good. I mean, like you said,
so well shot.
I'll be shocked if 2012 provides a better performance than Joel Murray in this movie. I don't see how he
astonished.
He blew it out of the park, which is amazing because he did a little stint on Mad Men. He's come from a couple sitcoms. Then Tara Lynn Barr has done like various episodes of like various Disney shows, and so I can't imagine where he found these guys and said, this is it. But that was it. It was these two people.
What we talked about a lot afterwards is that it couldn't have been anything else.
Right.
This movie executed every aspect of the film perfectly.
Yeah.
Like perfect casting, perfect acting, like phenomenal acting, and like wonderful cinematography. It was beautiful.
Perfect pacing. It knew when to get happy, when to get sad, when to get funny. I mean, yeah, I just don't think there's a single thing wrong with this movie.
Essentially, if you want, to change your life and, think about things more deeply, definitely see this movie. It is so worth the price of admission. Can't say more good things. So good. See it.